When we look back at agricultural history, certain machines stand out as true game changers. These aren't just tractors, they're the mechanical milestones that transformed how humans cultivate the land. From the earliest gasoline engines to modern AI-driven marvels, these iron workhorses redefined what's possible on the farm. Imagine yourself in rural Iowa, 1892. The rhythmic huff of steam engines is the soundtrack of American agriculture. But John Froelich has a different vision. His creation sits before a crowd of skeptical farmers. The first commercially viable gasoline-powered tractor. This wasn't just an incremental improvement, it was the beginning of a new era. What truly set Froelich's invention apart was its unprecedented mobility. While steam engines were effectively anchored in place by their massive weight and constant need for water, Froelich's tractor could move both forward and reverse under its own power. This breakthrough meant farmers could maneuver through fields with an agility that was previously unimaginable. At the heart of this innovation was a one-cylinder Van Dusen gasoline engine mounted on a Robinson chassis. Despite its modest power output, the machine successfully threshed 72,000 bushels of grain during its first harvest season, traveling 26 miles without a single breakdown. A remarkable feat of reliability for the time. Farmers who witnessed it in action immediately recognized that they were seeing the future of agriculture. Froelich's creation represented a pivotal moment in agricultural history, the shift from steam to internal combustion that would eventually transform not just farming, but transportation and industry worldwide. Though only two were initially built, their success was short-lived. Later attempts to market commercially were not as successful. However, his vision led to the formation of the Waterloo Gasoline Traction Engine Company, which would later be acquired by John Deere, connecting this pioneering invention to one of agriculture's most enduring legacies. John Froelich's groundbreaking gasoline-powered tractor paved the way for what would become one of the most influential names in agriculture. Though he left the company early on, the Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company continued refining internal combustion tractors, learning from Froelich's early designs and improving reliability. By 1917, their efforts culminated in a machine that would change farming forever, the Waterloo Boy Model N. By 1917, as American farmers searched for a dependable alternative to steam power, the Waterloo Boy Model N emerged as a game changer. Unlike bulky and maintenance-heavy steam tractors, this machine ran on gasoline or kerosene, setting the stage for the internal combustion engine to dominate agriculture. With its distinctive green and yellow paint scheme, the Waterloo Boy became an enduring symbol of farming's modernization. What made the Waterloo Boy stand out was its simple yet robust two-cylinder horizontal engine. Unlike earlier single-cylinder models, this throttle-governed engine maintained a steady RPM, providing consistent power without the inefficiency of traditional hit-and-miss designs. Its ability to run on low-cost kerosene gave farmers a clear economic advantage over competitors' fuel-hungry machines. The tractor was also built for practical reliability. Its exposed flywheel and external components allowed farmers to easily monitor and maintain moving parts, even with limited mechanical experience. The large flywheel ensured smooth power delivery, which was critical for variable load tasks like threshing. These user-friendly features helped the Waterloo Boy earn a reputation for durability and ease of operation. Its historical significance grew even greater in 1918 when the John Deere Company acquired the Waterloo Gasoline Engine Company, marking Deere's entry into the tractor market. The Waterloo Boy remained in production until 1924, when it was succeeded by the John Deere Model D, the first tractor to fully bear the Deere name. With this acquisition, John Deere secured its place in agricultural history, building on the foundation laid by the Waterloo Boy to become one of the world's most recognized tractor manufacturers. When Henry Ford unveiled the Fordson Model F in 1917, he wasn't just introducing another tractor, he was democratizing farm power. Although it was initially built to support food production during World War I, it was made at a time when most tractors were prohibitively expensive for the average farmer. Ford applied his revolutionary assembly line techniques that had transformed automobile production to create something unprecedented, an affordable tractor for the masses. The Model F's stark simplicity was its great strength. Unlike the behemoths of the era, this was a lightweight machine, just 2,700 pounds. With a 20 horsepower belt rating and around 10 drawbar horsepower, it could handle most farm tasks. The design featured an integrated frame where the engine, transmission, and axle housings formed the tractor's main structure, eliminating the need for a traditional chassis and significantly reducing production costs. What truly made the Fordson revolutionary was its production methodology. Applying Ford's automobile assembly line techniques, he initially priced the Fordson at $750, and by 1922, it dropped to just $395, far below the competition. By the early 1920s, the Fordson commanded 77% of the US tractor market, accelerating farm mechanization worldwide. By 1925, over 500,000 Fordsons were in use, reshaping the economics of agriculture and putting mechanical power within reach of small farmers like never before. Oh, and real quick, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. When John Deere introduced the Model D in 1923, you could have predicted that this unassuming machine would remain in production for an astonishing 30 years. Yet its durability, simplicity, and reliability made it one of the most successful designs in agricultural history, with over 160,000 units produced during its remarkable run. The Model D's defining feature was its distinctive two-cylinder horizontal engine, which delivered a rhythmic exhaust note and steady power output. Early versions produced 15 drawbar horsepower and 22 belt horsepower, while later refinements increased power to 27 drawbar horsepower and 38 belt horsepower. Running at low RPMs, the engine minimized wear and tear, helping many Model Ds stay in service for decades. Engineers designed the Model D with practical farm use in mind. Its spoke steel wheels with lugs provided excellent traction on early models, while later versions offered optional rubber tires for improved ride comfort and reduced soil compaction. The exposed steering gear and simple control layout made operation intuitive even for farmers transitioning from horse-drawn equipment. The tractor's weight distribution was carefully balanced to maximize pulling power without causing excessive field damage. What truly sets the Model D apart was its unmatched longevity and reliability. Over its 3-decade production run, John Deere continuously refined the design, improving efficiency and durability while keeping the fundamental layout familiar to longtime users. Some Model Ds work continuously for 30 years or more, and many remain operational today, testaments to the enduring quality of this pioneering tractor. In the 1910s, when Charles Hart and Charles Parr unveiled their 3060 tractor, they did more than introduce a new machine. They helped define an industry. Hart-Parr was among the first companies to widely use the term tractor in their marketing materials, cementing the word that would describe agricultural machinery for generations to come. The massive Hart-Parr 3060, affectionately nicknamed Old Reliable, was an imposing presence in the field. Weighing nearly 10 tons, around 19,000 pounds, this behemoth was powered by a massive 2-cylinder engine with a 10-inch bore and 15-inch stroke, producing 30 drawbar horsepower and 60 belt horsepower, an enormous amount of power for its time. Its oil cooling system eliminated the risk of freezing in cold weather, allowing continuous operation in varying conditions. What truly distinguished the Hart-Parr 3060 was its incredible durability. The company's engineers prioritized robust construction, from its thick cast-iron frame to its oversized crankshaft. This commitment to strength meant many Hart-Parr tractors remained in service for decades, and some restored models still operate today, a testament to their legendary durability. Farmers trusted the machine's reliability implicitly, knowing it would perform through the most demanding harvest conditions. The Hart-Parr 3060's impact extended beyond its technical innovations. By demonstrating the economic advantages of mechanical power over horses for large-scale farming, it helped accelerate agriculture's transition into the mechanical age. In 1929, Hart-Parr merged with 3 other manufacturers to form the Oliver Farm Equipment Company, ensuring that its engineering legacy continued to influence tractor design long after the original brand had faded. When International Harvester introduced the Farmall in 1924, it was a prototype for a tractor that would soon change American agriculture. By 1925, full production of what became known as the Farmall Regular was underway, solving a problem that had long limited tractors' usefulness. While existing machines excelled at plowing and belt work, they were virtually useless for cultivating row crops like corn, a critical limitation. The Farmall changed everything with its revolutionary row crop design. The Farmall's high, narrow front end, available with either a single or dual front wheel configuration, allowed it to straddle rows of crops. Combined with increased ground clearance, this design let farmers cultivate between rows without damaging plants. The rear wheels were spaced to match standard row widths, further enhancing its ability to work in planted fields. Engineers prioritized visibility in the Farmall's design, placing the operator high and centered with an unobstructed view of the crops below. This made precise cultivation easier, reducing the risk of damaging plants while eliminating weeds close to valuable crops. The Farmall regular sparked a revolution in American agriculture. It was the first mass-produced tractor designed to handle nearly every farm task: plowing, planting, cultivating, and harvesting, ushering in a new era of mechanized efficiency. Farmers no longer needed both a tractor and a team of horses, accelerating the transition to full mechanization. International Harvester built upon the Farmall success, developing a full line of row crop tractors that would sell over 5 million units and make mechanized farming an industry standard. In the early 1920s, as European agriculture struggled to recover from World War I, German manufacturer Heinrich Lanz developed a tractor that would become legendary for its simplicity and adaptability. The first Lanz Bulldog prototype appeared in 1921, but full production began in 1923, setting the stage for a design that would endure for decades. At the heart of the Bulldog was its single-cylinder, two-stroke hot bulb semi-diesel engine. Unlike conventional gasoline engines, its hot bulb design allowed it to run on virtually any combustible liquid, from light oils to crude petroleum and even vegetable oils. While hot bulb engines had been used in stationary and marine applications, the Bulldog was among the first to bring this adaptable technology to the farm, giving farmers greater flexibility at a time when fuel supplies were unpredictable. Starting the Bulldog was a distinctive ritual that showcased its unique technology. Early models required the operator to heat the engine's hot bulb with a blowtorch until it glowed red, then crank the massive flywheel to initiate combustion. Later versions introduced an inertia starter, making the process somewhat easier. Once running, the Bulldog's massive flywheel, often nearly as tall as a man, stored rotational energy, ensuring smooth operation under varying loads. The Bulldog's influence extended beyond Europe. Its simple, robust design was licensed, copied, and adapted worldwide, influencing tractor development across continents. In 1956, John Deere acquired Heinrich Lanz's AG, incorporating elements of Bulldog engineering into its European tractor lineup. More than 220,000 Bulldogs were produced across multiple models, with many remaining in active service for decades, a testament to the enduring value of intelligent simplicity and agricultural design. By the early 1950s, diesel technology had proven itself in larger tractors, but smaller farm machines still relied heavily on gasoline engines. In 1953, German manufacturer Fendt introduced the Dieselross F24, proving that diesel power could deliver efficiency and longevity in a compact, versatile design. The F24's water-cooled single-cylinder diesel engine produced 24 PS, about 23.6 HP US, impressive output for a tractor of its size. The engine's efficiency set it apart. Diesel fuel's higher energy density, combined with the compression ignition engine's greater thermal efficiency, allowed the Dieselross to run longer between refueling compared to many gasoline tractors, an important cost advantage for small farms. Engineers at Fendt incorporated several forward-thinking features into the F24's design. The tractor featured an advanced lifting system for implements, reducing operator fatigue and making fieldwork more efficient. Its multi-speed transmission provided versatility for various field tasks, while the efficient cooling system prevented overheating during extended operation, a common issue with early diesel engines. The Dieselross F24's success helped solidify diesel's advantages in smaller tractors, influencing manufacturers worldwide. Many F24s remained in service for decades, reinforcing the expectation that tractors should be built for longevity rather than obsolescence, an approach that would become a hallmark of quality agricultural equipment. When Henry Ford and Harry Ferguson unveiled the Ford 9N in 1939, they didn't just introduce a new tractor. They fundamentally changed the relationship between tractors and implements. Decades earlier, Ford had revolutionized agriculture with the Fordson Model F, making tractors affordable for small farmers. The 9N built upon this legacy, introducing innovations that would define tractor design for generations. The N9's most groundbreaking feature was its three-point hitch system, developed by Irish engineer Harry Ferguson. This ingenious mechanism used hydraulic power and a three-point attachment system to integrate the implement with the tractor, effectively making them a single unit. The design automatically transferred weight from the implement to the tractor's rear wheels during operation, increasing traction precisely when needed, a principle known as weight transfer. This system not only improved traction, but also enhanced safety by reducing the risk of overturning, a common hazard with earlier hitch designs. At its heart, the 9N housed a 4-cylinder side-valve engine with a 3.1875-inch bore and a 3.75-inch stroke, totaling a displacement of 119.7 cubic inches. Its sleek, unified design featured an aluminum transmission housing and rear axle cast as a single unit with the engine block, reducing weight while increasing its strength. The position control lever allowed precise depth control for implements, while a revolutionary draft control system automatically adjusted implement depth based on soil resistance, preventing stalling in difficult conditions. Priced at $585, the 9N was significantly more affordable than many competitors, which often cost nearly twice as much. Its impact was immediate and profound, forcing every major manufacturer to develop their own three-point hitch systems. The widespread adoption of the three-point hitch system by other manufacturers set new industry standards, underscoring the enduring significance of the Ford-Ferguson partnership. Today, virtually every agricultural tractor worldwide incorporates this fundamental innovation, a testament to the enduring significance of the Ford-Ferguson partnership. In January 2022, John Deere unveiled a machine that represents the culmination of over a century of tractor evolution, the fully autonomous 8R. While automation had been gradually integrated into farming for years, this marked a new frontier, an AI-driven tractor capable of preparing fields, planting crops, and cultivating land without an operator in the cab. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's the beginning of farming's next great revolution, where robotics and artificial intelligence take on tasks once performed only by human operators. The autonomous tractor's most remarkable feature is its perception system. 6 pairs of stereo cameras provide a 360-degree view, allowing the tractor to detect obstacles, gauge terrain, and make navigation decisions in real time. While it doesn't actively distinguish crops from weeds, its precision-based automation ensures optimal implement adjustments based on soil conditions and field boundaries. These advanced AI-driven capabilities allow for continuous operation without human oversight, minimizing downtime and maximizing efficiency. Farmers interact with the autonomous system through a smartphone app, where they set up field boundaries and task parameters. Once configured, the tractor operates independently, working day and night while alerting the farmer only when human intervention is required. This automation addresses one of agriculture's most pressing challenges: labor shortages, which often leave fields unattended during critical planting and harvesting windows. The implications of this technology extend far beyond convenience. By optimizing implement depth, seed placement, and application precision, autonomous tractors reduce variability in field operations and maximize yields. Their ability to work around the clock during optimal weather windows helps mitigate labor shortages and climate-related challenges, ensuring fields are tended at the most critical times. While the transition to autonomous farming raises important questions about rural employment and technology adoption, it also features solutions to some of agriculture's most pressing challenges in feeding a growing global population. Imagine yourself in 1905, watching as the ground trembles beneath the mighty Case 150 steam engine tractor. This behemoth wasn't just a machine, it was a testament to American industrial innovation. Standing nearly as tall as a house, the Case 150 commanded attention with its massive flywheel and a distinctive steam whistle that could be heard for miles across the farmland. What truly set the Case 150 apart was its massive 150 brake horsepower steam engine, an unprecedented level of power for its time. At the drawbar, it produced around 75 horsepower, still making it one of the most powerful steam tractors ever built. Farmers marveled at how this steel giant could pull a 14 to 24 bottom Oliver plow, drastically reducing the time needed for large-scale fieldwork compared to horse-drawn equipment. The Case 150's design featured a locomotive-type boiler mounted on springs in front of the rear axle, rather than the high-mounted engine configurations seen in other steam tractors. To address the frequent need for water refills, engineers equipped it with a 500-gallon water tank and an efficient ejector system, allowing operators to refill from nearby water sources with minimal downtime. Perhaps most impressive was its chain-driven steering system, which incorporated steam assistance to reduce operator effort. This innovative feature allowed operators to maneuver the massive machine with surprising ease, a significant advancement for its size and era. Despite weighing several tons, the tractor remained remarkably responsive, proving that power and precision could coexist in early mechanized farming. Back in 1954, Oliver decided to shake things up with the XO-121, a one-of-a-kind experimental machine built to push the limits of engine performance. And the name itself was a clue to its purpose. The X stood for experimental, the O for Oliver, and 121 was part of its designation, though its actual compression ratio was an astonishing 12.75 to 1, groundbreaking for a gas engine in the 1950s. Oliver's engineers weren't working alone. They partnered with Ethel Corporation to develop this high-compression engine designed to run on high-octane fuel. They took an Oliver Super 88 chassis and modified it to accommodate a custom-built Hercules diesel engine block, adapting it for high-compression gasoline use. 3 engines were built, but only one lucky chassis was chosen to become the XO-121. The XO-121 showcased significantly improved fuel efficiency compared to standard gasoline tractors of its era, demonstrating the economic benefits of high-compression engine design. This efficiency breakthrough proved that high-compression gasoline engines could offer not only more power, but also lower operating costs, setting the stage for future advancements in agricultural machinery. And boy did it stand out! Oliver flipped their classic meadow green and red color scheme, giving the XO-121 a vibrant red body, contrasting green wheels, and a flashy chrome grille. It was put to the test at the GM Milford Proving Grounds in Michigan, where it impressed executives from both Oliver and Ethel. Though never sold to the public, the XO-121 remained an important piece of tractor history. After spending time at Iowa State University, and later pulling wagons at Living History Farms, it was fully restored and now has a place of honor at the Floyd County Museum in Charles City, Iowa. If you're a tractor enthusiast with a taste for the unique, this is one machine you won't want to miss. In 1959, while most Americans were focused on the space race, Allis-Chalmers quietly unveiled something revolutionary back on Earth. Their fuel cell tractor was the first ever land vehicle powered by fuel cells, proving that fuel cells could power heavy machinery just as effectively as traditional engines. This groundbreaking machine generated its own electricity through a chemical process, producing water as its only direct emission. A concept so ahead of its time it seems almost impossible for the era. The heart of this innovative machine consisted of 1,008 individual alkaline fuel cells generating 15 kilowatts of power, equivalent to 20 horsepower. Unlike conventional tractors that roared across fields, this one hummed quietly, offering farmers a glimpse into a potentially cleaner, quieter future. Engineers cleverly designed the fuel cells to extract hydrogen from propane using a reformer, converting it into electrical power through an alkaline electrolyte system. The tractor's near-emission-free operation was its most revolutionary aspect. While the fuel cell itself produced only water as a byproduct, offering a zero-emission alternative at the point of use, the process of extracting hydrogen from propane still generated some emissions. Even so, this was a dramatic departure from the smoky, noisy tractors farmers were accustomed to, providing an early glimpse into the future of sustainable agricultural machinery, long before such concepts became commonplace. When International Harvester unveiled the experimental HT340 in 1961, it represented the culmination of years of turbine-powered tractor experimentation. Looking more like something from a World's Fair exhibition than a traditional farm machine, this futuristic tractor embodied the jet age's fascination with aviation technology and the potential for high-speed innovation in farming. The HT340's most striking feature wasn't just its sleek, modernist design. It was the distinctive high-pitched whine of its gas turbine engine, which spun at speeds reportedly reaching up to 57,000 RPM. Designed to run primarily on jet fuel, the turbine could theoretically operate on multiple fuel types, offering a level of fuel flexibility uncommon in farm machinery. The turbine's lightweight power plant weighed just 60 pounds, yet produced 85 horsepower, showcasing a power-to-weight ratio unheard of in agricultural machinery. This engineering achievement demonstrated how aerospace technology could potentially revolutionize farm equipment design, delivering unprecedented power in a compact package. Inside the cab, operators were surrounded by aircraft-style instrumentation, reflecting its advanced engineering. Unlike conventional tractors, the HT340 featured a hydrostatic transmission system, eliminating manual gear shifting and allowing for seamless power delivery, a feature uncommon in farm tractors of the time. The HT340 also incorporated power steering and a suspension system designed to reduce operator fatigue. Features that, while simple by today's standards, were forward-thinking for farm equipment at the time. Despite its futuristic capabilities, the HT340 remained an experimental model and never entered full production. However, it remains an icon of agricultural innovation, demonstrating the potential of turbine technology in farming and influencing future international harvester experiments with alternative power sources. In 1960, John Deere introduced the 8010, its first commercially available four-wheel drive tractor, marking a significant departure from traditional tractor designs. This robust machine featured a rigid frame with conventional steering, yet it delivered unmatched power for large-scale farming operations. The 8010 was powered by a Detroit Diesel 671, a 7.0-liter two-stroke six-cylinder diesel engine producing 215 flywheel horsepower. This power was transmitted through a 9-speed gear transmission, giving operators a range of speeds suitable for different field conditions. Despite its powerful engine and durable frame, the 8010 encountered significant transmission issues shortly after release. The planetary final drives and torque converter system proved unreliable, leading John Deere to recall all units for modification. The result was the updated 8020 model, which corrected these issues and became John Deere's first successful four-wheel drive tractor. Ultimately, only 100 units of the 8010 were built, and nearly all were converted into the improved 8020 model. Today, only one original 8010 remains in its unmodified state, making it an exceptionally rare piece of agricultural history. When the Big Bud 747 rolled out of Northern Manufacturing Company's facility in Havre, Montana in 1977, it immediately claimed its place as the largest tractor ever built. Originally commissioned by the Rossi brothers, cotton farmers in California, this mechanical giant was designed for deep ripping in the San Joaquin Valley. Later, it was relocated to Montana, where it continued proving its worth in large-scale farming. Powered by a Detroit Diesel 16V 92T engine, the Big Bud originally produced 900 horsepower, an earth-shaking amount of power that redefined what was possible in agricultural machinery. Following a later rebuild, its output increased to an astonishing 1,100 horsepower. The engineering team faced unique challenges in designing the Big Bud 747. They developed a custom-built articulated frame that could handle the massive torque output while maintaining maneuverability. The tractor's 8 massive tires, each over 8 feet tall, were originally built by United Tire Company of Canada for underground mining trucks. These specialized tires helped distribute Big Bud's enormous weight, allowing it to work in conditions that would bog down conventional machinery. However, since these tires are no longer in production, replacements have become increasingly difficult to find. What made the Big Bud truly special wasn't just its size, it was its practical application and custom engineering. This tractor was a one-of-a-kind build, tailored to the demanding needs of large-scale farming operations. Every aspect of the Big Bud 747, from its massive frame to its specialized hydraulic systems, was designed with its original owners in mind, demonstrating the potential of customized agricultural machinery. The tractor could pull an 80-foot wide cultivator, allowing it to cover 1.3 acres per minute under optimal conditions. This meant a single operator could accomplish in one day what traditionally required multiple tractors and operators working several days to complete. In 1910, the Advanced Rumely Company introduced a groundbreaking machine that transformed American agriculture, the Rumely OilPull tractor. Designed to burn kerosene and other heavy fuels, it offered farmers a more economical alternative to gasoline-powered machines. While the name OilPull is sometimes mistakenly linked to its unique oil-based cooling system, it actually refers to the tractor's ability to pull power from oil, a nod to its fuel efficiency. A distinguishing feature of the OilPull was its oil-based cooling system, which replaced traditional water cooling. Unlike water-cooled engines, which risked boiling over in heat or freezing in winter, the OilPull's oil-cooled system provided more stable temperature regulation, making it highly reliable in diverse farming environments. The OilPull's two-stroke engine operated at a low speed of 400 to 600 RPM, depending on the model. This slow-speed design reduced wear and extended the machine's lifespan, with many OilPull tractors from the 1920s still operational today, a testament to their robust engineering. By combining efficient kerosene-burning technology, an innovative cooling system, and a durable low-speed engine, the Rumely OilPull had a significant impact on early 20th century American farming, offering a reliable and economical alternative to its competitors. In 1930, while most tractor manufacturers were still perfecting two-wheel drive systems, Massey-Harris introduced the GP four-wheel drive, one of the first mass-produced four-wheel drive tractors. Unlike anything seen before, it completely reimagined tractor design from the ground up. With its high-clearance stance and equal-sized wheels, the GP's futuristic appearance often turned heads in the field. The GP's four equal-sized wheels improved traction and stability, particularly on uneven terrain. This innovative design allowed for consistent ground contact and even weight distribution, greatly reducing soil compaction while enhancing pulling power. The equal wheel configuration also meant improved handling on hillsides, addressing safety concerns common in early tractor designs. The GP's power distribution system delivered torque to all four wheels, improving traction in difficult conditions. While its steering was mechanical and required effort, the GP's unique frame allowed for a tighter turning radius than most early four-wheel drive designs. Each wheel's track width could be adjusted, allowing farmers to adapt the tractor for different row spacing and field conditions. This versatility made the GP particularly valuable for farmers working diverse crops or challenging terrain. The GP's open operator platform provided good visibility, while its equal weight design offered improved stability on hillsides and tough terrain. This addressed a major safety concern in early tractor design, as traditional row crop tractors were prone to tipping on slopes. In 1948, Allis-Chalmers unveiled a tractor that looked unconventional at first glance. Its rear-mounted engine and front-positioned operator seat drew skeptical looks from traditional farmers. However, this innovative design was specifically created for small-scale vegetable farming and market gardening, where precision was essential. The Model G's most brilliant feature was its unmatched visibility. By positioning the engine behind the operator, farmers could directly observe and control front-mounted implements with exceptional precision, a game-changer for tasks like planting, cultivating, and weeding delicate crops. The Model G's versatile implement mounting capabilities set it apart from conventional tractors. Farmers could attach tools to the front or midsection of the frame, allowing them to handle a variety of tasks, from planting to precision cultivating, with a single machine. Engineers developed a precise mechanical lift system that allowed farmers to control implements with accuracy, ensuring consistent depth and positioning during field operations. Despite its unusual appearance, the Model G's low center of gravity provided excellent stability, even on uneven terrain. The Model G was powered by a rear-mounted Continental N62 four-cylinder air-cooled gasoline engine, producing around 10 horsepower, more than enough for the precision work it was designed for. This innovative layout allowed farmers to work within inches of valuable crops without causing damage, improving both efficiency and productivity in small-scale farming operations. In the 1920s, Fordson engineers in Canada embarked on one of the most ambitious and unusual tractor projects in history. The Fordson Snow Devil wasn't just a variation on existing designs. It was a complete reimagining of how a vehicle could move across deep snow and ice. Instead of wheels or tracks, This extraordinary machine employed a screw propulsion system, using massive rotating augers to propel itself across deep snow and swampy terrain. These giant screws effectively drilled through soft ground, creating traction where conventional vehicles would fail. Each of the two main screw cylinders was carefully engineered to compress and grip snow as they rotated, allowing the machine to float and move over deep terrain with remarkable efficiency. Engineers faced unique challenges in designing the screw drive system, carefully calculating the ideal pitch and diameter to ensure optimal propulsion without sacrificing stability. The result was a machine that could traverse deep snow, ice, and even shallow water, conditions where traditional tracked vehicles would sink or lose traction. Unlike conventional tractors, the Snow Devil's open-frame design prioritized functionality over operator comfort, focusing on extreme terrain capabilities rather than enclosed cab features. Although the Snow Devil never saw mass production, its screw drive technology influenced later experimental vehicles designed for Arctic exploration and extreme terrain, proving that innovative engineering could overcome even the harshest conditions.